Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and now we are on part 800 of the build. So this is the tavern so far, or the tavern slash everything. And the first thing we want to do is we want to strengthen up and decorate up the outer edge. So to do that, we're going to pull. This is just a 1-inch piece of foam core. Pardon me. I'm going to try to put this in thirds. You know what? I'm not even going to bother doing anything stupid. I'm going to get it on here first. And to get it on here, I'm just going to put a bead of glue. I'm going to make sure it's straight. Let me get a good look at it. Move it around as I need to get it where it's kind of sitting how I want it to sit. Okay. Move it around a little bit while you still can. Make sure everything's flush and good. And then I'm going to snip it off. Just like that. I'm going to do this back side. Let me snip this too. Okay. To do this back side, I'm just going to run the same thing. I'm going to run glue down the edge like that. I'm going to get it right on the corner there as best I can and try to straighten that up. Okay. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a lip all the way around it. It burns me a little bit. That's okay. Okay, I'm just trying to make a nice lip. I'm going to hold this and let it kind of get in place for a minute because it moved a little bit on me from gravity. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to snip that side off just flush like that. Let's do it one more time like that. Now this corner came apart a little bit. I can't have that. So I'm going to get a little bit of glue in there. I'm just going to hold that together real quick. Okay. I'm a little winded from that because I'm old and fat. Okay. Let's see if we can't snip this side off. We'll save that piece. I'm sure it's useful. And we just want this trim to be sturdy. We're just dressing up the top really easily here, really cheapy. Just using Dollar Tree foam. But let's take our time and make it look okay. Okay. It's looking pretty good, pretty level, pretty good. Pretty what I want it to look like. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to snip this off like that. And let's do this last portion. Okay. Let's try to use this piece. It's a little nicer. Okay. We're just going to shove that on there and make sure this is all level and nice. And just let it kind of sit for a moment and get cool. All right. Then to snip this off, you're just going to come here, you're going to follow your straight line, snip that, and it's not cured all the way. It cured or cooled. So we're going to come back and move it around a little bit in place and make sure it solidifies. Okay. Okay. Good, 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 good. And let's figure out where the windows are going to go. So we want one window to sit directly in the front here, like this. Oh, is that not going to work? Oh, it's not. Okay. So where windows go, I'm just going to snip off a little bit of that to make sure it fits. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to get our window and we want to set it flush on the back side of that. We want to kind of put it straight up and down and then just bend it inward the tiniest bit. It's going to be like a clamp that holds on that second floor wall and roof. Okay, that's all we're doing, making it kind of like a clamp. So it's going to hold everything in place. Well, I got some problems here where stuff's not fitting just exactly right. I'm just going to drag that along there and clean that up, make sure it fits a little better. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to have windows above the two rooms here. So let's do one here at this window house. Where are my windows? We'll do one here. Just like this. We'll make that into a clamp. Like I said, we'll just slide it back a little bit. Oh, I put this one facing the opposite way accidentally. That's all right. We'll make it work. So it just goes in a little bit like a clamp. And we're just going to work our way around until all the windows hold everything in place. Now, since we know this is going to be 3 separate rooms, let's take a second and get a ruler, if I can find it. Not a ruler. There it is. Let's get a marker so we can see what we're doing here. Oh, I got a marker out. There we go. So we know this is 7 1/8 inches, right? So 3 1/2, and just a little bit past that. And then we know that it has to go. This room is about 2 inches wide. We know that. So we're just eyeballing it. And we made that walkway a little bit wide. We made it about 1 inch, so a miniature could stand on it. And we could do a railing, but I don't think that's going to really help our cause. It's probably not going to help our cause to have a safety railing. Okay, so that's going to be, that one's over 2 inches. That one's 2 inches. Oh, because I had that gap. I thought about that when I did it. Okay, so let's change up our plan here. 2 inches. 2 inches. And 2 inches. That's going to be our interior walls. So we don't want that. We want the windows to be... I can't think now. All right. Let's get some interior walls built in here to show where those sit. And to do my interior walls, all I'm doing is I'm getting a thin piece of this. Okay. And this is going to go in enough that I know that it will not hit the thing. Okay. So our first wall room is 2 inches. So we're going to come down this line, which we know is this wall. Okay. And we can't have the room directly. How would the doors work? Yeah, so the door would have to be there. So we're going to have a gap and then another room that's 2 inches there. I planned it out poorly. All right, let's make another thin piece. Okay. And then this is going to be from the wall to the door. Where's that little piece I cut off? Here we go. And we want that wall to fit in there for sure. So we're going to get that in place. And then we're going to make sure that door is wide enough to walk through. Okay. Just like that. And we're going to come over here. And we're going to pick this out as the edge of the wall of this room. I need more glue. You're probably saying, why are you going through all this? Go, because I'm stupid. Have we not figured that out yet, people? Come on. Get your shit in the game. I never do anything the easy way. Why should I? All right. Cut out our long skinny one. And we're going to make this that wall for that room. And that'll be the entrance to that room there. Okay. And let's take another piece of this. I messed it up. Oh. Okay. Let's come down this way with it. Okay. Okay. All right. So that'll be our doorways. This one needs to be a little bit wider. Where's that mini at? We want to be able to get the minis through the doors, through each of the doors. All right, so this one was a little snug. So that's the interior makeup where the doors would go, and you can just use standees for those would be my guess. But we do need to get this building cinched into place somehow. So we're going to continue on. We're going to come across the back side here and put a window to that same spot. Okay. And again, you just want to can it backwards just a little bit, straight up and down, then just can it inward a little bit. And do I have any windows left? I have 2 more windows. So maybe the back 2 get a window. And the back two rooms, corner rooms get a window, and that one doesn't. Maybe that doesn't get a window because it's a cheaper room. Or maybe we get these two rooms have windows. Let's see how that could go. Okay, and we're going to bend that in a little bit. And maybe a window here would be better now that I'm looking at it. So we're going to get a window here. Okay. I'm going to put it flush, straight them down 90 degrees. And then we're going to bend it back a little bit. Let's let that cool. Now remember, this all comes off of the first floor. This goes on for the second floor. Okay. And then your roof. It goes on. Okay. And it's just a little snug. And we got to cut these holes out. So let's okay. A lot of spider webs. Now looking at it, I feel like I could have probably done a lot more windows and been happy. Alright, so I have a weird spot here where I was just kind of burning those off, and it looks bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some popsicle sticks real quick, and I'm going to make like a corner piece there and see if I can improve the look of that a little bit. So to do that, I'm just going to come up here, I'm going to make a line going down, like that. I'm going to shove a flat edge of a popsicle stick up against it, and I'm going to try to go as straight up and down as humanly possible. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to try to dress that up. I'm going to push those together just like that. I'm going to do that side too so that it's symmetrical. Okay. Okay, something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to come snip those. And they got to be a little bit above the level so they can sit above the popsicle sticks they kind of groove into. That was a mistake on my part by having that glue go all the way down. That made it really hard to deal with. So hopefully on this side I can get in there and get a little bit better. Yeah, I gotta have to clean that up now. Mistakes were made. That's okay. I wasn't thinking. All right. Now we need that little like weird piece that you see on the front of these. If you guys have seen the pictures of these, you know what I'm talking about. So we need we need an inch kind of deal. And we need a circle. Something, I don't know, maybe like this. Could work. All right. Something like that may work. Let's take this off so I can look at it a little better. All right, so I want to get my pen and definitely do this circle deeper. And I'm going to follow that line out on both sides. Let's come down like this. Something like that. I'm going to push this circle down to try to make it perfect again. Something like that. Oh, this isn't perfect. That didn't help. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm just going to make some. something like that. And I'm going to glue it right on there, on that roof. And I'm going to use it to kind of cover up where I messed up there. All right, so that's the final result. And like I said, it all kind of just, you know, shoves together, and it'll hold together pretty well, I'm guessing. That's the build. Then this comes off, and this comes off. All right. I would probably get a little bit of super glue and hit these window frames and stuff just so they're extra sturdy. But you don't have to do that. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to paint the entire thing black. Some of it's going to be done with Mod Podge and paint, and some of it's going to be done with spray paint. But I'm going to Mod Podge or paint the entire thing black, and then we'll come back and paint it in more episodes. But for now, I'm going to take a picture of it in this condition and post these videos because I don't know if I'm going to get back to it today or not. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment, and all the stuff to help helps make the channel grow. And check out the website, www.dungeonswag.com. Let's get a miniature on there so you can see how big things are. That's about how big it is. I didn't do the double swinging doors either. Oh well. Didn't need them. I'll get them some other time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.